New home sales have continued to decline. Cancellations have hit record highs, and new home starts are down nationally 19% year over year. As interest rates began to rise, our new construction section of the market seemed to react more quickly. First with incentives, then with rate buydowns, and now with price reductions. As I said, housing starts for single-family homes has dropped nearly 19% year over year in September, according to the U.S. Census. And building permits, which is an indicator of future construction, fell by 17%. Pulte Group, one of the nation's largest home builders, reported that its cancellations jumped from 15% in the second quarter to 24% in the third quarter. We are now 1 month into our fourth quarter, and this is when we see our normal seasonal slowdown. But with some of these builders now looking at homes that have not sold yet, where do they go from here? Do buyers have the opportunity to negotiate with these builders even farther? Or will these builders look for other options to sell these homes? And one of these options might surprise you. Now, public home builders have reported surprisingly strong earnings so far, even as our market has shifted. But that is because much of that is based on the backlog of homes that went under contract back in spring of last year, before our interest rate saw 6% and now 7%. Builders are now preparing for what's to come next year, and many of those builders think it's going to be ugly. There were 462,000 new homes for sale on the market as of last month. That's the most since 2008, although most of them are currently under contract or not even started yet. At the current sales pace, it would take 9.2 months to get through this current inventory. That's compared to 8.1 in August and 6.1 a year ago. New home purchases account for 10% of the overall market and are calculated when contracts are signed. And they look to this because they feel this is a better barometer than resale homes, because those are not calculated until the home closes. Gene Myers, CEO of Thrive Home Builders in Denver, said this: "I think we are seeing the most abrupt change in the market in my career, and I've been around for a while. I've never seen sales just turn off, which for us happened in May." Cheryl Palmer, CEO of Arizona-based home builder Taylor Morrison, said this: "Entry-level buyers are clearly struggling, but she also admitted that the higher-end buyers are not flooding in their doors anymore either. When we look to our move-up and resort lifestyle buyers, they absolutely can still afford to buy, but emotionally, you need to have the confidence." And we've all seen what the builder sentiment has been month over month over month. It has just continued to decline. Palmer just told analysts on a call that the new orders are down sharply for September. And the slowdown has been felt across a wide range of price points, geography, and consumer groups. As a result of this, Taylor Morrison is actually pulling back. They're pulling back on their land investments. They're pulling back on the number of homes that they're starting, as well as they're starting to offer their buyers even more incentives. Here in the Phoenix market, we have seen a decrease in our permits by 32% year over year. And month over month, it just keeps dropping. This is what we have seen across the board with all new builders. They all are pulling back in hopes to not repeat what happened in 2006 to 2008. They are also doing anything and everything they can do to get buyers in their door, write the contracts, and stick all the way through to closing. I have had clients under contract on some of these new builds, and we go back, even though they're under contract, even though they've been through some of their design phase selections, we get a new incentive, we go back, we ask for that incentive. We see a new rate buy down, we go back and we ask for that rate buy down. We ask for anything and everything. I can't say that we always win, but sometimes we get something. These are really the only tools these builders have. Offer more incentives in the form of rate buy downs, options and upgrades, and reducing lot premiums. And then they get to lowering the purchase price. I have also heard of a few buyers offered a payment plan, per se, to pay their earnest money or for their upgrades. This is just to further entice these buyers to stick to their contract and not cancel. Gone are the days of hoping for the opportunity to bid on a lot premium well over the premium number that they have already put on it, with your fingers crossed that you get it. I tell my buyers right now, when it comes to new construction, you have a lot of leverage, and we are going to ask for everything. The worst they can say is no. More likely, they're going to come back and maybe not give you what you asked for, but they're going to give you something. So what if these builders don't have enough buyers for the homes that they currently have completed that are not sold? Well, this is that other option I was talking about. See, Blackstone and other companies like this have been sitting on the sidelines. They said they're pulling back from their buying spree back in September, but many have been speculating that they actually pulled back to raise more money so that they can start that buying spree again when prices go down. How would this affect new construction? Well, some of these builders would likely be reaching out to companies like Blackstone for these inventory homes that are just sitting there, not moving. They would offer them at a discount so that they could get them off their books. A spokesperson for Blackstone told Fortune, "We and Home Partners remain fully committed to expanding access to home ownership and continue to actively purchase homes on behalf of our residents in more than 20 of the highest growth markets in the U.S. We are pausing in markets that represent less than 5% of our recent activity." What I find most interesting about that comment is companies like this buy homes for cash and turn them into rentals. Yet somehow they are committed to expanding access to home ownership, which makes no sense to me. Being a renter is not the same thing as being a homeowner. So as much as I would love to see the primary homeowner benefit from prices coming down, I fear that some of these companies stockpiling cash, waiting for prices to come down, they will be the ones that actually benefit from all of this. Now, this does not mean that every builder is going to do this, but I do believe that some of these mid to small size home builders will be reaching out to some of these companies if they have a backlog of completed homes that are not selling. Now, if you like this video, make sure you take a look at this one. If I can ever answer any questions for you, please feel free to reach out. As always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.